and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. Participants hail objectives of SIPEC annual conference. MPA set to address concerns over electronic truck call-up system. Nigeria to invest more in gas, says Buhari. And now, the news in detail. Participants at the ongoing Sub-Saharan Africa International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference, SIPEC, have expressed satisfaction with the objectives of the conference. The event, which brought together investors, oil companies and marketers of the oil sector, exposed participants to the opportunities in the oil industry. One of the participants expressed satisfaction as the event was impactful as he engaged in effective marketing in order to boost business development.
I can see that the event of this year is quite impactful. There's been a lot of networking opportunity, and from the delegate sessions and the moderated sessions, you could see that there's a lot of hope in the oil and gas. Things are really happening, and there's a big opportunity in the gas subsector.
The groundbreaking event also provided the delegates with adequate data, innovative strategies on how to move the sector forward.
The event is informative. I participated in the delegates meeting yesterday. Quite interesting points. It's interesting to meet a lot of people from Africa. That's a good point.
Our correspondent gathered that the annual petroleum exhibition is firmly focused on taking the African oil and gas sector to the next level. The Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) yesterday assured the nation of its readiness to tackle all concerns raised by stakeholders on the implementation of the electronic scheduling system for trucks doing business in the ports. NPA Managing Director Mohammed Bello Koko stated this in Lagos while reviewing the state's implementation of the policy popularly called ETO system. He said, "We are ready to effectively tackle all concerns raised by port stakeholders, having operated the novel electronic call-up system for about a year. It should be expected that some of the teething issues should give way. All lingering issues will require a bit of time to resolve. The important thing is that we are committed to resolving them." According to him, ETO has changed delivery and evacuation of shipments at the ports, hence the need to put in everything required to sustain its positive effect on the country's ports industry. "We are quite aware that about a year after it was introduced, some are yet to fully integrate their trucking business with the ETO system, so we are in regular touch with the system operator, and very soon necessary remedies to address these issues will be rolled out," he said. President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday at the Gas Exporting Countries Forum (GECF) Summit in Doha, Qatar, restated Nigeria's interest in investing more in natural gas despite the tight investment climate. Although Nigeria has more gas than crude oil, harnessing the resources has been elusive given the investment needed to explore, process or export gas, with Chinese loans already becoming a mirage as the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kanu pipeline project faces funding challenges. Buhari said the enactment of the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) was designed to enable Nigeria to derive more value from natural gas. Represented at the event by the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timper Silva, Buhari said the required governance, regulatory and fiscal framework to support the growth of the industry are already guaranteed in the country. Nigeria is embarking on different initiatives, projects and policies to enhance the performance of the oil and gas sector, he noted. The African Petroleum Producers Organization, APO, yesterday declared that it has adopted the Africa Local Content Roundtable, an annual event organized and hosted in Nigeria by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, as a continental program, and that the hosting of the event will now be rotated among APO member countries each year. Dr. Umar Farouk Ibrahim, who is the APO Secretary General, stated this in Lagos in his keynote speech at the ongoing Sub-Saharan Africa International Petroleum and Exhibition Conference, SIPEC. Last year, the Africa Local Content Roundtable was first held in Nigeria, during which a number of APO member countries were in attendance. He revealed that APO would be inviting all the national oil companies of his member countries to what he called the Forum of NOCs of member countries, where important issues and sustainable energy development and economics will be discussed for the good of Africans. In his words, in the past, the issue has always been ministry, and believe me, if you continue with the ministry, you are not going to make any headway. You need to work with the operators, and that is exactly what we are trying to do. We will work with the ministry, but we want the operators to be fully involved in this. Qatar's capital, Doha, has hosted a two-day forum of gas exporting nations against the backdrop of mounting tensions in Ukraine, as well as reporting progress in the drawn-out negotiations to restore the 2015 nuclear deal between Iran and world powers. Qatari Emir said the 11-nation gas exporting countries forum, GECF, which began on Monday and includes Russia, was striving to preserve stability in world markets, which have been rocked by growing fears of a conflict between Moscow and Kyiv. The United States has previously asked Qatar to help Europe by preparing emergency supplies if the Ukraine crisis worsens, but producing nations say they will not be able to provide substantial amounts of replacement gas if sanctions against Russia do affect Western Europe. Qatar and other countries have insisted that significant investment is needed in gas infrastructure and that they need the certainty of long-term contracts to be able to guarantee supplies to Europe. The European Union has long resisted the 10, 15 and 20-year contracts signed by other key customers of Qatar's gas, which includes China, Japan and South Korea. Russia currently accounts for 40% of gas used in Europe and Qatar 5%. Presidents and prime ministers from Algeria, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Mozambique, and Trinidad and Tobago were among those attending the GECF. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, has revealed that Nigeria's economy remains the largest in Africa with over 400 billion naira in gross domestic product (GDP). The minister made this known at the 21st edition of Town Hall meeting on the achievements of the federal government in infrastructure development held on Tuesday in Abuja. Ahmed said over 400 billion naira in GDP and about 200 million people. Nigeria's huge and growing population still offers economic challenges and opportunities. While pledging federal government's commitment to continue to prioritize spending on infrastructure, Ahmed said the ministry planned to spend about 1.42 trillion naira in 2022. She said that bilateral and multilateral loans financing critical infrastructure were contracted within the framework of the 2020 to 2023 Medium-Term Debt Management Strategy (MTDS). According to her, the MTDS provides a guide to the borrowing activities of the government in the medium term, usually 4 years. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. Participants hail objectives of SIPEC annual conference. MPA set to address concerns over electronic truck call-up system. Nigeria to invest more in gas, says Buhari. And that's the news. I am Naomi Oleribe. Good evening.